Finley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's matchup should be interesting. The Jags are top 10 in converting third down opportunities, and they'll be up against the Raiders' defense looking to knock that conversion rate down. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Oakland Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Khalil Mack's no different than any other player in the league. He's always looking for respect from his peers. I think when you make All-Pro at 2 different positions, you get big respect.
First guy ever to do that, by the way, and second in the league behind J.J. Watt, 23 tackles for loss last year. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. Caught out left side by Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. In not great starting field position here for the offense. Murray the lone setback. First carry for Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensive starters now. Charles, what about Latavius Murray?
You know how you and I talk about players under the radar sometimes? Latavius Murray definitely qualifies as one of those players. And then you look up, and he's pressing 1,000 yards every year.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Carr going to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Prince Amukamara is a former first-round cornerback who's looking to become king.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Walford in motion, the tight end. Throwing is Carr on third down, being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. It's a big play there for Oakland. 49 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Walford in motion, the tight end. Carr will try it again on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And this is taken in at the 5. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now Carr going to give it to his fullback. This is Reese. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders will turn it over to the left foot of Sebastian Janikowski. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So, Brandon, this is just basic football right here because we're getting right down to it. Toss, sweep. So for the offense, you're often pulling linemen to get out ahead of your blocker. And if you're the defensive guys, either you meet them with force or you get up underneath them with speed in order to try and finish off the play. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. To throw, Kaepernick. And Robinson with a big catch. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. A right side catch by Crabtree. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
We ready? Wide and yank. Wide and yank.
Hopkins, a man in motion left.
Come on, baby, alert. Alert. Zebra. Come on, baby, alert. Alert.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down now after the incompletion. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Zebra. Hey, we go rally. Rally. All right, here we go.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer and making a play or making a play in space against the ball downfield or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Walford in motion, the tight end. Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now to kick it for Oakland. Taking it about the 16. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm, can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now a play fake. Kaepernick finding time. He's got him in. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Direct snap this time. Miller. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Miller, the lone setback. Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
A design run for their wideout. And he's got some space here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Could draft a guy in the 6th round and he gives you a 1,000-yard season at some point. Would you say he's good value?
That's good return on investment. He was the first Raiders guy to rush for 1,000 yards in 2015 since McFadden back in 2010.
Latavius Murray, remember the name.
Hey, we go rally. Rally. All right, here we go. Zebra. Zebra.
They go with Murray again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Wide and yay. Wide and yay. Zebra. All right, here we go. We go rally. Rally. Hey, we go rally. Rally. Here we go. Red 18.
And with the play clock running out, Jack Del Rio is going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Zebra! Zebra! All right, here we go. Red 18, baby. Alert! Alert! Zebra! Zebra! Here we go. Wide and yeah. Zebra! 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 Zebra!
Now Carr throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Throwing his car on third down. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play for the Raiders on third down. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Hey, we go rally! Rally! We ready? Red 18! Red 18! Baby, alert! Alert! Here we go! Red 18! Hey, we go rally! Rally!
Again, they'll throw with Carr. That's caught at the 2. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be second and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Second and goal to go now. A toss to Murray. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Red 18. We go rally. Rally.
To throw his Carr. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the return, Rashad Green. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Miller, the lone setback. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Walford in motion, the tight end. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's caught inside the 20. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half starts with a run by Murray. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the gun, it's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Walford in motion, the tight end. And with the play clock running out, Jack Del Rio's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Brought in by Walford, right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
3rd down and 3. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's complete to Walford. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that second-year jump out of Walford. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Jalen Ramsey's evaluation coming out of college, there wasn't a single position he couldn't play in the secondary. What do you think of what you're seeing from him so far with the way he's defending today?
He's been excellent. It's what he showed at Florida State. Multiple pass deflections now in this game, and there's no doubt he's going to be a star in this league.
I agree with you, Total. I think he's going to just keep getting better, and before long, we'll see him make plays at corner and at safety.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Again, it's Carr. A right side catch by Crabtree. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. again. They'll throw with Carr. Steps away. And finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it again with Miller. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
And ready for 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
20. Allen Robinson. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So out come the Raiders. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Walford in motion, the tight end. On first down, Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
We ready?
Walford in motion, the tight end. Carl They'll try it again on second down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Carr, throw left side to the tight end Walford. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
In motion, left goes Crabtree. Now Carr, got to have this one. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Walford in motion, the tight end. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
To throw his Carr. Caught left side, Hopkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right?
But it also burnt.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Wide and Zebra. 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 Come on, baby. Alert. Alert. Come on, baby. Alert. Alert. Hey, we go rally. Rally.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 19 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Wide and Yates. Wide and Yates.
They go play action here on 1st down. Here's Walford over the middle. And some room to roam now. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Raiders a 1st down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now Carr going to give it to Murray on a draw play. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
All right, here we go.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Green to bring it back. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's got room. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. They got 29 yards there. And it'll give the Jags a first down. Miller, the lone setback. The play clock's running down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now Kaepernick. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. And this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll try to run with Ivory. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that pass was broken up by Jalen Ramsey. And to me, it's just an example of why I had him ranked as my #1 player entering the 2016 draft. He's got everything you're looking for. He can play cornerback. He can play safety. He can move inside and cover in the slot, whether it's a nickel guy or a big tight end, because he has the length and the size. Nearly 210 pounds coming out of college who can flat out run. This guy is almost like an Olympic decathlon champion who can do everything in the secondary, and that's how they should use him in the NFL.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Forced out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Carr. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Jaguars, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.